Hello, Resurrection. Today is Wednesday, August the 6th, and I have something important to talk to you about. Do you know if the Church of the Resurrection has any debt? Is the Church of the Resurrection debt free, or are we paying on a regular debt? And I wonder how many of you know that. It's not something that we talk about. And the answer is that we do have some debt at Resurrection. We have a little more than $500,000 in debt. And that debt is about 26 years old, as far as I can tell. Now, we have had an amount of debt that we took out to build the current nave, the current church. We took that out in about 1999, and we paid that down. And then we, added some to it to do some work, and we paid that down. And then we added some more to it to pay that down. Now that debt uh, existed probably before 95% of us were at the Church of the Resurrection, me included. We've never taken out any debt as long as I've been here, but we do have some, and we pay on it. Now, how much do we pay on it a year? Do you know that it takes up about $75,000 of our budget every single year? And when I get out my sharpened pencil and do the best I can because it's math, I realize that about 15% of every dollar pledged, about 15 cents from every dollar pledged by you, the good people of Resurrection, goes towards servicing our debt. Now, I've got some good news. And the good news is that sometime this year, or maybe it could be next year, uh, that the Church of the Resurrection is will be in receipt of a significant, not enormous. Well, that's not true. It's enormous for us, but of a significant bequest from the estate of Patty Outlaw, who I miss every single day. And one of the last and kindest things that Patty Outlaw did for us is she remembered us in her will. Now we're not the only ones. She remembered St. Peter's in Columbia. She remembered the Animal Welfare Society. She remembered two sweet, beautiful children who she befriended and they befriended her from the time they were little, and they were all as thick as thieves till the day that Patty died. And also her alma mater, Mississippi College for Women, the W, as we all, as you know, we all call it. And it looks to me like that bequest could be um, a little more than we were thinking that it could be. And I can go into details about that later. But the vestry and I have been doing some hard work lately, and there's a fellow named Dale Maxfield. Dale Maxfield is the treasurer at the cathedral. He happens to be the brother of Melinda Terry, and he is just as good as gold. And his the former dean at the cathedral, who's retired recently, who you all know and love as much as I do, Timothy Kimbrough, it says that Dale is really responsible for a significant turnaround at the cathedral involving their financial health. And Dale has been giving us some advice at the parish lately, and he says that debt is old. It's a historic debt, and so its hold on the parish is also a historic thing. He says now is the time, with the bequest coming, with some money that St. George's put aside for us several years ago when we asked them to, very kindly has been holding on to some of that money for an occasion such as this, and a few more other things. Y'all, I think that we are finally within the promised land on that debt, and it would do great things for what we are capable of doing within the parish if we could just free ourselves want finally from that debt. And I think that it is a victory that the parish can manage at this point. As a matter of fact, I think it will be a slam dunk for this parish. I think the time I don't think it was last year, and I don't think it'll be next year. I think it's right now. I think all the stars have kind of unexpectedly lined up for us, and the vestry and I are unanimously enthusiastic about this. Now, I've got a lot more to tell you about that, but today I want to announce to you all that we are going to begin a campaign at the Church of the Resurrection called Faithful and Bold, as we try to free ourselves, as we succeed in freeing ourselves from debt, to be able to move forward, to do more missional things, to be not as worried about the budget, to ensure the future of the parish in a much healthier way. I think the time is now, and I think that you all will agree with me once you hear what the vestry and I are thinking, and you see how the stars have kind of aligned for this perfect moment, this perfect opportunity for the parish. So I have teased this a little bit, and I want to formally invite you at this point. The vestry and I would like to formally invite you to a dinner on August the 20th. There will be childcare provided, and we'll have something good for the kids to eat, while the adults, and I think probably uh, confirmation age and up, can meet in the parish hall to talk a little bit about the future of the parish and the stability of the parish, which I think is a bright subject for us to talk about. Chef Mike is going to cater this for us. It will not be a potluck. It'll be maybe it won't be fancy, but it'll be a little more than we usually do. And I think that it will be the beginning of what is going to be a huge celebration for us, probably sooner than you think, as we can finally look back on this debt that's had us by the earlobes, as my grandmother used to say, for longer than it should have. I think we're in a great place to do this and to go forward. So please, everybody in the parish, mark down on August the 20th. That's a Wednesday night. August the 20th. We'll begin at 6:30, not at 6 o'clock. We will begin at 6:30 with dinner and a presentation to talk about what I think are some really exciting things. I think you are going to be so pleased when you hear how easily this is going to be in our grasp. We'll give thanks to God Almighty. We'll raise our Ebenezer, which, because God has brought us this far. That's what the word Ebenezer means. This far by God's help is what that means. We'll raise our Ebenezer on this, and I think we'll have a good time while we do it. So I will see you then. Thank you for listening to my special announcement, and I will see you